A new background. Voice is a little better today. Was really suffering this week. So we are going to try to get Instagram going. And it looks like I can see myself. And Instagram might be 30 seconds, 20 seconds ahead or behind. I know what I'm doing. Sure I do. Okay. Good morning on Instagram. We are here together, live, enjoying this moment in time. Thank you to all the kind souls all over the world. We truly appreciate you. And this morning, we are streaming on YouTube. We are streaming on Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, and my all-time favorite, Twitter, now known as X, under the leadership of the wonderful Elon Musk. Jay, there you are. Are you at work today, Jay? Jay is my only steady person on Instagram. The one I count on to be here. Did you get my message yesterday where give me some artwork and I will promote your show every day, and we'll get more people enjoying it on YouTube. I've also been taking your stuff, your chill meditation, and I've been putting it with my tweets, and then more people are going to start watching it. So, but that's cool that you do that. I think that's a nice format. It is warm here today. What is it like where you guys are? I'm going to try to open the window here. I feel like Mr. Dress Up right now. There you go. Or Mr. Rogers. You know? God, he was a... How is the life force inside you today, Jay? Are you feeling okay? And hello to the individuals that are on YouTube right now, and on Twitch, and on, it looks like X. So thank you for being here. We appreciate you. You can forever change the backgrounds here. Let's see if we can add a camera. I don't want to do video storage. Let's go right here. This feature is actually fairly new. Add camera. There we go. This is a little different look. The top of my peeking head here, but you get to see me on different angles, and definitely different lights. The other one I look washed out, and the one above I look like I'm tanned, and I know what I'm doing. I like that. That's funny. So we are currently talking about Kirk Cousins. Does anybody know who Kirk Cousins is? Well, if you follow football, he is the top free agent this year. And there's a very good chance that he could end up at a new home. I hope he doesn't. You know, I like him a lot more since I saw that quarterback series that was on Netflix. Number 2 right now on the free agency quarterbacks of 2024 is Baker Mayfield. And Baker Mayfield is trying to get paid, and you can't blame him. Now they're saying the Falcons might be interested, Minnesota might be interested, as well as the Raiders. What I find more interesting above is Kirk Cousins. It looks like the Broncos, the Commanders, the Falcons, of course his own team, Minnesota, and the Raiders. Will the Raiders end up with a top-tier quarterback? I sure hope so. That Jimmy G thing is, you know, giving them a little bit more money to work with. They also have Antonio trying his very best, and he's a gritty dude. The stuff he was saying about Patrick Mahomes was pretty intense. We every day try to connect with the individuals that are on Twitter. That is my main feed. And we try every day to connect with also individuals on Instagram as well as Facebook. Facebook's a weird one, though. I find more people watch that after. Now, we are looking here. Let's click this. Give this a moment to load. You got to be patient here. I think Jay's at work today. All right. So we currently have in front of us waiting for post. Posts from people in this list will show up here. That's interesting. I wonder if that person deleted the column. Well, that's gone now. Okay, so we got that. Oh, here's a good one. I like this. Okay, here we go. So we are going to quickly take a look at Restream here as this loads. And I have to have it so you can see it. I don't know if it's life or death if you see it, though, is it? Is it life or death if you see it? Wherever you are all over the world, please tell us. And if you can, tell us the state of your mind right now. Many people are having a real rough go of it during this time. I don't know why, but I can speculate why. And it would be different, I think, for every individual in the world, don't you? Okay, so let's see if we can get this to fit just slightly better. But that's, you know what? That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all, actually. So we have, let's go like this. Okay. So we are going to read from the top here. Just 1 second. Click it like this. The ability to step into the shoes of another person, aiming to understand their feelings and perspectives, and to use the understanding to guide our actions. Empathy. Man, I'm still working on that. How are you guys doing with empathy? I wish I could be better with it. I really do. If your horizons feel heavy and gray, start helping fellow travelers and watch rays of sun start breaking through. That's beautiful. I like that one. I'm going to keep that one. We read this yesterday. I love it. More smiling, less worrying, more compassion, less judgment, more blessings, less stress, more love, less hate. Some of us naturally smile, I think, out of nervousness. I think some of us naturally enjoy smiling because it feels good. It brings endorphins to the body. It's easy to judge. It's more difficult to understand. I would agree. Understanding requires compassion, patience, and willingness to believe that good hearts sometimes choose poor methods. I sure hope that's true. Through judging, we separate. Through understanding, we grow. I would agree. I find many of us live to judge. It's not good. I love you. You're probably thinking you don't even know me. But if people can hate for no reason, I can love. Oh, I love that. That one's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Read this one yesterday. It's worth reading again today. People need your kindness more than they need your opinion. I would agree with that. The world is full of people who like to judge, and point fingers. And I've been doing videos on that for years, on individuals who like to point fingers. But if you can today, choose to be kind, right? Now, we also do football on this channel. I don't know if you know that. And it's a mixture of spirituality and football. And Ryan Tannehill is also up on the block. And the Jets have showed some interest, as well as the Patriots, Minnesota, and the Steelers. I find it interesting that the Steelers have not shown any interest in Baker Mayfield. because I think Baker Mayfield would be a great fit for the Steelers. I really do. But I think sometimes people get preconceived notions of what people are like and then just start judging. And we should never do that, right? It's so easy to judge. I think what we were talking about earlier with empathy is know that these professional athletes go through hell every day to do what they do. Look at Joe Flacco. He was sitting on his couch last year, throwing ball with his dad, still hoping and praying, dreaming that he could play again. Are you guys drinking coffee this morning or tea? Please tell me. I would love that. Also, if you like the content, please share it. If you love the content, please support it. If you disagree or don't like some of the things that I say, leave a comment. Be respectful. I'll be respectful back. I sometimes get really wild guests on here. Speaking of wild guests, I was just thinking of Tony D, who has tamed down over the years. There were a couple people on this top 10 free agent I really didn't know who they were. Tyrod Taylor. I don't know that name. I'm going to have to look him up. I know Drew Lock. And of course I know Gardner Minshew, who is such a competitor and such a fighter. And a person I think went beyond his skill level last year. We'll have to see if I'm right or wrong. And Jameis Winston, don't know him. Of course, I know Carson Wentz, who is, I think, someone who could be harnessed and would also be an excellent backup. And we all know from last year how many people, well, quarterbacks especially, ended up getting seriously hurt and couldn't play the rest of the season or were out 3 to 4 weeks. If you don't have a good backup, that means you're risking, I would say, 30% of your year on the unknown. And you can't expect to just throw anybody in. We also discovered a lot of great quarterbacks last year by looking at the backups, and look at how well they did. And Joe Flacco was one of those. So it'll be interesting to see where he ends up. It's funny, the Jets are showing interest, yet he left the Jets. The Patriots are showing interest, of course, the Cleveland Browns. And maybe as a backup, and a strong backup, they would want him on the Chargers, who have a brand new coach, a new philosophy. We'll see how that goes. How do you guys think Mike Evans will do this year, and where will he end up? They're saying that there's a good chance he still will stay with the Buccaneers. The Texans have showed interest. They also have the money to pay him. The Jets, I think he would be a great asset as well. The Bears, I think that'd be a waste of his time, sorry. Patriots. And you know what's funny? The team I really want to get him is the Chiefs. 1 second here, I gotta clear my throat. Still suffering a little bit with the cold symptoms every once in a while. But the voice is way better. I was so congested. Did anybody get that cold? Did you guys get that cold? That flu, fever? Symptoms were fever at first, mild, right? Then I started having where I was losing my voice, and then just non-stop fluids through my nose, and now I'm at the tail end of the fluids through the nose, but more congestion in the throat and chest a little bit. And this is very similar to, what the symptoms I had when I had COVID, but way lighter. COVID scared me. It really did. So, Buccaneers. Will Mike Evans end up there? I don't know. What do you guys think? All right. Are you a cat person? Oh, I love this. This is beautiful. See? Sometimes an image is so powerful. And to me, that represents love. And love is the greatest gift. And love is one of those gifts that I think transcends time. And, once you're gone and you've had your time on this planet, I think it's nice to know that some people will say that you were loving and mindful. Here's another one here. Unconditional love is the best gift you can give to anyone. I would say it is the best gift that you can give yourself. Don't expect so much and let that mental chatter and craziness that's in your mind stop at times, right? And know that on many levels that you are loved and cherished. And we all have moments of, suffering and doubt and misery. We all go through those things, and grief. And if you've lost someone who's close to you, don't be silent about it. Go get the help that you need, right? Talk to a friend. Even if you need professional help, go get that. There's no need to not start the process of healing right away. I'm not expecting you, though, in a week to be over something. I'm not saying that. I love this one, too. Carry out random acts of kindness with no expectation of reward. I would agree. Many of us do stuff in hopes that someone will see us in a different light, or we will get a whole bunch of likes or shares or donations on our channel on something that we're doing that should be just second nature. And it would probably be second nature in a child, right? Because children only come, and I'm talking young children, before we corrupt them, they naturally have empathy and love. They also have great amounts of emotion. But the wonderful thing is they can be crying 1 minute, and within 2 minutes they're smiling and have totally let go of whatever was bothering before. And they're not afraid to express their emotions because they haven't been told yet enough not to feel those emotions. And I think that's part of the reason we get sick is we choose to hold on. And we hold on for too long to the pain. And that pain then generates within us a helplessness. And within that helplessness, I think we harvest sickness, disease, envy, greed, sadness, those things. Emotions that are not high vibrational, right? I like that. And one day knowing that someone might do the same for you. But I also believe that you are never going to get what you gave back to someone else. That's just not going to happen. The universe will take care of you. I really believe the universe will take care of you. And if you're suffering and you're hurting and you're still giving and loving, I think there is this secret karma that is out there. And just knowing within yourself that you're doing your best each day, I think is such a gift to you and those who love you and those who spend time with you. This is how crazy the salaries have gotten in the NFL. Joe Burrow will make $55 million this year. Justin Herbert, who has never really had a winning season, will be making $52.5 million. Not to say that he isn't an excellent quarterback. He really is an excellent quarterback. Lamar Jackson will make $52 million this year, and Jalen Hurts will make $51 million. And it's funny, ever since Jalen Hurts got paid, I find that he has not been as effective. I think he spent most of the year last year being very hurt. I wish the NFL would find a way to cap the craziness. And I get it. And here's the thing. The positions where athletes are most at risk don't get paid squat. They really don't. And the average athlete, after taxes, makes okay money, but if they only end up being part of the squad, let's say for 3 to 5 years, it's not enough. Yet the quarterbacks, they have 1 year, you know, where they get paid really well. When I'm talking about that 50 million, even if you get half of that, that is generational wealth. That's also an avenue too for you to have more endorsements, right? And endorsements are where the money is. And the endorsements sometimes will feed you for 10 years after your glory. So for many athletes to win the Super Bowl, as Patrick Mahomes has now done 2 times in a row, and they're hoping to have a three-peat, which no one has ever done in football. It's been done in other sports, like hockey and basketball, and maybe soccer. I don't know enough about soccer, but it's never been done in the NFL where 3 have won. At least not during the Super Bowl run, right? And we're coming into the 59th Super Bowl. So I was a very young man when the first one started. Many, 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 many years ago. And I am now 60. And how long do you think, the league will continue to thrive? And will the league continue to grow? And I think it will. I think we'll see teams long term in Europe. I don't know how they're going to end up doing that. But, hello. I'm not too sure how to pronounce your name, but I'm very glad you're here. Thank you for being here on Instagram. Instagram has been slow today. The most effective format today has been YouTube and has been for a while. Thank you to Twitch. I can almost guess who that is. Fireman Rich. How you doing, buddy? It's probably Fireman Rich, or who else could it be? Whoever you are, put your name up. I'm curious to see who you are. It says there's one viewer on Twitch right now, so I'm interested in knowing who you are. And tell me what the weather's like where you are and where you are watching from. I find on Twitch, a lot of the people that follow me are actually from Europe. Parts of the States, but mostly Europe. And where YouTube, oh my God, it's all over the world. Crazy. All over the world. Many cities I don't know how to pronounce correctly and need to learn. So let's have a look here at X Pro. And I'm going to try to move this over to here. Let's see how that sets up. All right. And that's not bad. Let's try it here with this. Okay, let's try it with this. Let's try it with this. Okay. Let's see if we can get that to match up a little better. And I think I have to go that way. There. Perfect. At least as good as I'm going to get it. Pretty close. So, as you guys can see and I can see on the screen, we have a few contributors here with notifications. I appreciate you. I hope you know that. I try to, every broadcast, recognize what you're doing so you don't feel like it's unappreciated, because I do appreciate it. Twitter has been slowly growing. Twitter is funny though, because Twitter, every time you grow, they purge it. So I think the most followers I ever had on Twitter was over 40,000 on the one format, which was Michael Bathurst. And that channel, within a week, we lost 7,000 followers. And they were all deemed to be bots, trolls, unlikables. So right now we're looking at no rules. Thank you for the support. And he's got 118 followers. Thank you. I appreciate your supporting. I am following you, which is good. I always try to follow back. Who else we got here? We got Blaine. And Blaine has 1,584 on Twitter. I think he has more than that on Twitch. A lot more than that on Twitch. Who else we got here? We got Edward Sim. And Edward Sim is one of the highest contributors I think I'm entangled with. He has 217,000 followers, which is crazy. Laura Hope, how are you? Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Female farmer rancher. Female farmer rancher. Got it. With a little /123. I remember you. A lot of people on Instagram, I have no clue who they are. Not all, but a majority know. Where if it's on Twitter, I know them. If it's on Twitch, I know them. Sometimes they're the people who are not necessarily fans, but just watching to see what I'm doing. YouTube, I would say every week I don't have a clue who is following now because they are new followers. And YouTube out of the blue has just suddenly started taking off. So I'm suggesting to anybody who is running a channel now, it could be, I've been on YouTube now, I think somewhere between 10 and 12 years, which is crazy, right? All right. This is nice. Mary Ruth sent me this. May you have a lovely evening. Well, I will, and I did maybe. This is a while ago. I don't know this person here, but we will promote them. And you know what? I will follow them, and I'll see if I can put them on a list. And let's see what we can add them there. Powerful influence, Twitter excellence. Twitter Spaces, great quotes on Twitter. What should I? Good Vibe Crew? Is that the one that it didn't come up? Okay, there you go. For some reason, I thought that was somebody else's list. Isn't that weird? All right. We currently are on so many formats: YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. And again, the majority of the people watching at this second is YouTube. Thank you. And I appreciate you being here. If you would like, please follow, share, share, and like and share as much as you can. I would love that. And leave a comment. It really helps. Believe it or not, preferably positive, but you know, the engagement is so important on Twitter. It really is. On so many of the analytics, it's a big deal. Okay, so let's go back to Pro, and let's see what we got here. Here's another lady I don't know, but I will follow her. And this is Deborah. Thank you. Okay. And I try not to follow anybody who looks like they could be promoting I'm a bot. You know what I mean? All right. Let's see what else we got. Edward's feed is mind-boggling. Here's an individual that I have not followed in a while. Haven't seen them. They kind of disappeared. Buddha CEO. Yes, of course. Thank you. John Pierce. Thank you. Joy, who I just missed yesterday. Joy is wonderful. She's an advocate for the blind, inspirational speaker. upcoming video projects. It's so funny. Oh, she's even got a PayPal right here. Perfect. All right. Tony, thank you so much for all that you do. That looks like Donika, and it is Donika. Thank you, Donika, for everything that you do as well. We've got Barbara Allen, Richard Roberts. All right. Aw, Diana Bishop. Really like her. She's solid. Canadian. Love is the energy of the universe. Live in, as, of, for, from. Love is a choice. That's a unique connection of words there. Helen, thank you. I appreciate you. We got Nino's Digital Cafe. He has boundless energy, and we are back to where we were yesterday, so thank you. What's it say here for verified? I wonder if it's slightly different. So Blaine is verified. Oh, there's Christian. And there's Tony D. And we also have Tim Brown. I like that. That's a cool feature right there. And then if you also want just mentions, I guess you can just hit mentions here. Which is slightly different. I do like the verified one. I should do that more often. We have Maria here as well. Sounds like we also have the garbage truck. Maria has very powerful energy, beautiful voice. Highly recommend following her. All right, let's take a quick look here. We have a list called Rock Stars. This must be somebody else's list. Okay. It looks like it has a lot of romance. Okay, so if you want to clear the list, can I do that? Yeah, delete column. There, it's gone. Football stars. Let's see what they've got here today. Anything interesting? Will Jacobs be back? Will Jacobs be back? Okay. What is this? Can't wait to get personal with y'all. Interesting. Must be another podcast of some sort with Joy Taylor from Speak, right? God, they're crazy on there. I love watching them. I don't agree with 90% of what they're saying, but they are entertaining, and that in itself is fun. Okay, so let's see if we can change the view slightly for a second here. We got the view. There we go. So there is a few new backgrounds available right now on Restream Studio Standard if you're interested in that. You can also change the music at any time. Today, I'm not too sure what we're using. It's called Chill Hop. And it's good. You also have things like R&B. Let's click it to that. And I think it's a little more... That's pretty chill. I like that. I think the key is to constantly try new things. And even in life, switch it up. Like I switched up the background today. There's some new backgrounds as well, of like this. We have that. We have currently 2 cameras. It looks like the lighting changed slightly, which is nice. I'm a little softer on the bottom camera. The bottom camera, I can't even tell you the brand, but I know I bought it very cheaply. The camera above is a camera I've had for a long time. It's not the most expensive camera you can buy, that's for sure, but it served me well. And it is the Nexico 1080p autofocus webcam, the N660p. For those who don't know, we'll use it with the cheaper camera on the bottom first, and then we'll use it on its own camera. It has a slightly better I think, autofocus, but not much. And lighting is interesting. I swear the above camera here, it has a beautify mode. Because there's days that I look at them and go, my skin isn't that good. What is this? This is totally different. Here's another new background. Let's have a look around here together. I'll get rid of that and this. Yeah, that's not bad. I think that's more for a female. This one's new as well. Let's try this. That's not bad. Let's try this one as well. What do you think of that? Let's try this. I like this one. The orange and the red. That one is good. I really like this one. I think this reminds me of the Isley Brother cover for some reason. In between the sheets. This one is nice as well. Let's see what else we have. What's this one? Yeah, that's cool too. I think of all the ones though, for me, probably this, number 1, and number 2, this one right here. So we'll just leave that on for a moment. Aw, Linda Gunn. I have not seen you in forever. Thank you for being here. Wow. Years. We used to communicate, I would say 6, 7 years ago. So good to see her there. And she has grandchildren and everything. She's a great lady. Hopefully I'll be able to connect with her more often. All right, so according to that, those are some of the new ones. All right, let's quickly look. Let's see here. I'm going to call